Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Marvelous Marva, and today I titled the episode, You Get More of What You Focus On. And so, what are you focused on? Well, whatever you're focused on, that's what you're going to get more of. If you have been paying attention to things happening in the kind of spiritual realm, then you know that you are an extension of Source, and whatever it is that you want, you can create it. If you look around at our world, you can see each and every one of us has created something. We're always creating. And so you want to just really be mindful of your focus and what you're putting it on and how often you're putting it on that. And also remembering that it's okay to focus on things that maybe you don't like, because it's gonna definitely help you to see the contrast and realize what it is that you want more of so that you can change your focus. Lately, I've been super focused on yoga. If you've been following me here for a while, you've seen that I've talked about going to yoga teacher training school, just really immersing myself back in yoga, because in 2017, kind of like when Instagram was first out, I was super duper into yoga. And over the past couple years here, I kind of let all that stuff go. I was still doing things, but I would very randomly do it. And I'm proud of myself for still randomly doing it, but at the same time, it feels good when I'm more so consistent, and my body feels much better because it's not constantly going from being loose to being super duper tight for months at a time. Because I'm more so stretching daily now and doing yoga. I've been focused on that. I followed people as far as online, because social media should be a tool. We should be able to use it to help us to grow and to gain the knowledge and inspiration that we're needing. So I follow a few channels of people that do yoga. One of the channels that I follow is Yoga with Nico, and she makes them at all different lengths, so it fits in with my lifestyle and it allows me to be more consistent. Some of them are only 5 minutes, some of them are based on retrogrades, needing to work out our solar plexus and our crown. She's really good. So I'm inspired by her, I'm inspired by a lot of other people, and I'm still doing my yoga teacher training class. And I also have TikTok, so I'm also sharing and expressing the things that I'm learning. So it's not that I'm just learning these things and taking them in, I'm also sharing what I'm learning. As a society, as people, humans, I think that we are here to share whatever it is that we're learning with each other. And that's how we kind of walk each other back home. You're learning something, someone else doesn't know, they search out and find you, and now they know, and now they can move on and share what they know now to others as well. It's basically how history goes. From the ancients to now, we look back on their history to see what they did, how they did it, what they used for magic, what they used for law of attraction, all of those things. We look back on it, even for yoga, definitely for yoga with Hinduism and just the whole movement period, just unity. We look back on that and we find the direction and the place inside of us that needs to have that, and we do it. So that is one thing that I'm focused on. I'm also super duper focused on running again. I'm so happy about that as well, because I was a runner. I don't know why, I feel emotional. We're gonna blame it on retrograde again. It's not, retrograde just ended. But anyway, I have started back running, and for the longest, my kitty cat is shaking my whole little setup here. Let me show you. She's probably trying to keep me from crying. There she is. She's like, Mom, don't cry. I'm back. My kitty almost knocked the whole thing down. So now that I'm back running, I'm just gonna say it feels amazing. I'm so grateful. I am happy to feel that energy. One of the things that really got me back inspired was my kids. My son and daughter-in-law, his wife, they are like fitness people, and I love that. They were both in the Army and they love to be physically active, and I love to be physically active, and they're runners, and they would tell me, yeah, we just got through doing our run, our Saturday run, and I'd be like, I want to do a Saturday run. So they kind of sparked the interest in the beginning to get back to it, and then I finally switched phones. Here over the past 2 weeks, I've been recording with an iPhone. I don't know if you guys have noticed any difference in the quality. Like, I'm using portrait mode right now, so like the background is kind of blurred out. But I switched phones with the iPhone that I have now. I'm no longer team Android. Now I'm team iPhone, or maybe I'm team both. Maybe I'm just team, I want to have a phone, and I think that we all deserve to have one. What I've done with this phone is downloaded a running app, and my daughter-in-law told me about the ᝰ.𝓸 app. I've been using that. It's really good. They have guided runs. There's no cost to it unless I think you want something like a program. They have tons of free things on there, and so I've been doing that and going running and waking up super early and just like feeling so in alignment and remembering every day that I am the one that is creating this. So whatever I'm focused on, that is what I'm going to get more of. Outside of running, my YouTube shorts, I've been posting a hamstring mobility challenge that I joined. This is actually the last week of it, and I decided I'm gonna keep going, or at least find something, another challenge to keep me motivated to work on stretching out other parts of my body that really need that love and attention. And my hamstrings definitely needed it. That challenge I found through another YouTuber. His name is Movement by David, and he is just super flexible and super inspiring, and he has tons of videos and shorts just like helping you to see how you can get to full range mobility in your body. Like, I want to be like that little thing at the gas station. It's like, yeah, come over here. Is it the gas station or like furniture stores or car lots, car salesman lots? That little thing that waves its arms. I want to be like that, full of mobility and able to move my body throughout the years as I am growing and expanding. Okay. The next thing I'm focused on is healthier eating. And I honestly think that it happened kind of naturally. It was just one moment where I wasn't interested in eating all the junk food, and I've just been going with it. I've let go of control in that area, and if my body just wants one large meal a day, it's gonna get that, and that's what I'm gonna give it. I've also not been overeating. Like, my rising sign is Taurus, so I'll use that as my excuse, but I tend to love to eat like delicious tasting foods and indulge in all of my senses. Like, whoo, I love that. And for years, I would be able to eat all of my food, and if I'm eating with someone and they didn't finish their food, I'm gonna eat whatever they didn't finish also. And I watched myself do that for years without judgment. You know, of course, I was just doing it. And here lately, what I've been noticing is that when I eat, I'm not even finishing my food. I want to say that it's due to the cosmic shifts, like our bodies needing to be more light than it already is. And so we're not requiring as much as we needed before. Like, I'm getting my energy from the sun, from water, from the vegetables. So I'm not needing to like overeat my food, if that makes sense. So I've been embracing that because it feels good, And it also feels good to have that cue in my mind finally to say, hey, wait, you're really full, like you're already full, and to stop and not keep eating. I know how to do a fitness lifestyle. I know how to do an unfitness lifestyle. And so I'm glad that I'm here right now. And if you were, going through these same shifts as well, I'm glad that you're here as well. Do not be hard on yourself. Just take it one day at a time. The universe is lining everything up for us anyway. The last thing on my list that I've been really focused on is photography and videography. So that was the inspiration to getting the iPhone. I've been wanting one for a long time because of the camera. I got the iPhone 14 Plus. Camera is amazing. I've been taking different shots here and there, and I've been watching videos on YouTube, learning about different angles, different tricks. It's just super exciting. Whenever you have like a new device or a new toy, it's exciting to learn all the ins and outs, and that's what I'm doing. And I think in my future, a DSLR camera will be present, and I'll be learning about that because there's just so much beauty in the world to capture. Between me doing this is one aspect, but outside of this, when I go outside, whew, it is amazing. The trees, the people, the objects, the sky, all of it is just beautiful to me. Again, with that Taurus rising that I have, like I see the beauty in everything. I can't look at something and like literally say that it's not beautiful. There is beauty in everything. So that is the other thing that I've been focused on. And I don't know, I'm just really inspired and just excited about life. First and foremost, happy to be here, happy to be on the journey, happy to be experiencing everything. Life is truly orgasmic if you really just wrap your head around all of it, which you can't. It's like hard to even wrap your head around it. I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and we were both like, if we were able to take in everything that we can't perceive, our heads would probably explode because it's just so much. It's so vast and it's so much. And we are in these bodies, and it looks like, we're these small people in this big, like, galaxy of things that are even more gigantic than us. But here we are, and we're doing it. And while you're here, while you're doing it, while you're in your body, what are you focusing on? Don't focus on the things that make you feel scared. And if you do, it's okay. Acknowledge it, see it for what it is. It's fear, and let it go. We are limitless. We can do anything that we want. We have created so much around us. We've created conveniences out of this world, and we're still doing it. And civilizations, times before us, created even more. And I really feel like it's a whole cycle. Like, it's just happening all over again. And now it's our turn. We get to be the ones with like that super duper technology. Like, cell phones is one thing, but I watched a video the other day with a girl that got into an Uber and no one was driving it. It was like a remote control car almost. That's how far we've come, and we're going even farther. I also saw some interesting things about people really like just waiting on the moment to start selling flying cars. Like, my childhood dreams are coming true. Also, my childhood dream was utopia, paradise on earth, heaven on earth. And I'm starting to remember that this is heaven. We are in heaven right now. You can make this your heaven. You can create it however you want. If you play The Sims, I refer back to Sims all the time because I always think about how when I play, I'm not focused on like work, like in the game. in the game, I'm not focused on going to my job. I'm focused on building out my home and having pets and making things nice and meeting like the people that are in the community, because I like to play Sims online. So I like to interact with real people, not just, the bots. And I think about the new relationships that I can make with those people that are online as well. And none of it is ever about like work, it's always about building out my world. So how are you going to build out your world? What are you focusing on? Whatever you focus on the most, that is what you're going to get. And you can focus on anything that you want, even if it's just like a glimpse of a focus. I remember I've been looking at pictures from years ago, and the same area that I live right now, Galveston, years ago, I remember thinking those thoughts. I wish I could live there one day. I want to live there one day. I think it's amazing to live there. I love the beach. The people are so nice. I love how quirky the homes are, and no one's worried about HOA. Like all these little thoughts would like come through my mind, and whoever I was with at the time, I would tell them too. I'd be like, Galveston is legit. Like it's an actual cool place. And so here I am now. I thought about that, and I'm sitting in it now, and it's beautiful. It's more than I even thought it was going to be, because I've made some really nice connections. I put myself out there. I started volunteering as soon as I moved here. I found a job right away. There's so many jobs. So if you're thinking that, you need money, there's so many jobs that you can find, and there's so many opportunities. So you can focus on, I need money, or you can just get out there and just start looking for a job, or you can, sit in your feminine and allow the universe to work things out for you, because our feminine energy definitely wants us to receive and to continue to receive. You deserve it. We all deserve it. So with that being said, I know today's episode was a little bit all over the place. Not really, I guess. I'm over here judging myself, but thinking inside like, no, it wasn't. You understood what you said. You were talking about focus, and you're focused on things that are lighting you up. And also your kitties are running around, and that's lighting you up. I love seeing my kitties play. If you ever feel like you're in a moment where you're just like, you can't like stop whatever thoughts that you're having, like they might be ruminating like uncomfortable thoughts, like, the ones that are intrusive, try to reframe that thought. Not even try, just reframe that thought. Think about if you have cats, how cute they are. If you have kids, how adorable your kids are when they're asleep or when they're playing, whatever. Think about how nice your partner is if you have a partner. Think about how amazing food tastes if you are a foodie. Like, think about the things that light you up, because that's where you're gonna find your joy. You're not gonna find your joy in thinking about the future or the past. And maybe you might find some joy in thinking about the future when you're thinking about things like how you want to like decorate your life and build out your life. But when you're thinking about your future, like, how am I gonna pay these bills? No, let that go. In this new earth, we're letting all of that go. And I love that. It's all things are still gonna work out. I feel like, we're still gonna have to take care of our business, but I feel like the universe is just like helping us to see that we're not under control by anything but ourselves and our minds, and whatever we want to focus on, that's what we're gonna get more of. That was a great way to tie this episode up also. So I liked how my train of thought just went. So with that being said, if you have made it this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I see all of you, and I'm just so happy to just be here. Like, sharing my homework. These are my assignments. I assign myself to make an episode every week and upload it. And you guys are just looking at the product of that assignment to myself. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you get something out of it as well, some inspiration, some direction, some clarity, whatever it is. Or even if you don't get anything out of it, just thank you so much for being you. It doesn't matter. If you are not subscribed to my channel, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. I post episodes every week, at least once a week. And also I'm also uploading my shorts regarding my learning for yoga and my fitness and anything else that pops up, any inspiration, I put those in the shorts. Consider subscribing. And so wherever you are, whether it's morning, noon, or night, have a good one. Until next time.